Hi, I'm Anne Ylvisaker. I'm in my little writing house. It's 10 by 12, 10 by 10 if you take out the closet, so the space that I sit in. And it's bigger than any fort I had when I was a kid, but that was what my friends and I did, was build forts. I had a little corner of the basement, in fact, I called the thinking corner, where I would go down and spread books out around myself and mostly just sit there and imagine. But I would read, and I think there's something about having your very own space, just some small dedicated space. It can be a corner of a basement, it can be the dream of this whole dedicated little tiny house, but lets my imagination roam far beyond the walls, and it's like my own private stage. I think writing is a lot like being an actor, but I would have stage fright if I was out on the stage. But being alone in this room, I can be each of the characters I write about. The only thing Ned Button had caught in his life was the mumps, and even then he had fumbled, getting them only half as bad as the rest of his class, then out of quarantine and back to school before the others, and unable to share in their tales of fevers and bumps when they returned. In fact, Ned may not actually have had the mumps so much as an ordinary case of roadside ditch poison ivy. That's how it was with Ned Button. Nevertheless, when Lester Ward let loose that perfect pigskin spiral across Tractor Field, Ned's innards lurched high as the arching ball. Watching it hurtle toward him and the other scruffers, Ned hollered, "I've got it! I've got it!" Lester was leaving on the train to become Goodhue's first University of Iowa Hawkeye, to play alongside the likes of Will Glasgow and Nanny Pape in a spanking new stadium. All of Goodhue turned out for the occasion. Orion Ortner played On Iowa on his cornet. A student reporter from the university's Daily Iowan took photographs. Like a bride tossing her bouquet, Lester was passing on his childhood football, worn and beautiful as anything Ned had ever seen. Tractor Field wasn't more than a couple of mowed-over lots next to the train depot, but Ned saw stripes on the ground. He saw men like bulls pawing the earth around him. He saw the dust under their feet rise as they thundered ahead, heard a phantom crowd roar for him, Ned Button, to run, to raise up his stubby arms to... And then Lester Ward's football eclipsed the sun. It brushed Ned's palms, smacked into his chest. Ned's arms wrapped around the ball, and then he was down, face in the dirt, air thumped from his lungs, but miraculously, spectacularly, there was leather under his fingers.